Hey there. I've just finished a day of video shoots, video recording, audio recording for the Kickstarter campaign for Geco Hub. And so I figured while I had everything set up with the lighting and all of the sound reduction things that I'll talk about in a sec, I thought I'd record a quick video for an update for you guys so you can see where I'm at. So I'm just in a kitchen and living area at the moment. Obviously it's tidy behind me, so I spent a while tidying and cleaning everything behind me and getting it all nice looking. But then the rest that you can't see is I've got things like towels and blankets draped over things and pinned up on the wall. I've got fluffy blankets lying on the floor, and I've got big polystyrene boxes next to me here, which is just out of shot. Now there's a reason for all this. I was getting set up today and doing a few tests and things, and it was quite echoey, so I did a bit of research and found out things like towels and fluffy blankets that have lots of strands sticking out are really good at trapping sound. So sound waves come through the air and go into these fibres and bounce around and just get absorbed by the towel or the blanket. So because I've got hard tile floor in here, we've got obviously hard walls, we've got 2 walls of windows as well. I've just put towels and fluffy blankets everywhere just to try and absorb some of the sound. So it's still a little bit echoey, but it's a lot better than it was. I'm also using a shotgun microphone to record this, so it's not coming from the microphone in the phone. It's a standalone thing that I plug into my smartphone. So it's directional. It looks like a sort of a cylinder, about the size of like a whiteboard marker, like half length of a whiteboard marker, that sort of size. So it records sound directly coming from the direction that it's pointing. So if I point it towards me, that helps reduce the background noise of cars passing outside and that sort of thing. But I also learned things like the fridge randomly going off, leaving the air conditioning on, someone next door hammering something, that can be heard. So there's been a few frustrating points today where I've been doing a perfect take, or what I thought was a pretty good take, and then someone will bang a hammer, or a rubbish truck will drive past outside, or the fridge will gurgle and I have to start all over again. So I guess that's the benefit of having a professional studio. But with professional studios come professional fees. So I'm doing the best that I can on a budget, you know. What else? So I mentioned the polystyrene, which is to my left here, just out of shot. That's not there because it's polystyrene, it's there because it's big and it's white. So I've got windows over here, so really nice lighting coming from the left. But before, this side of my face was in shadow, and it's not really good video practice to do that. So you need a secondary light source on the other side, or failing that, like I did today because I don't have lamps, you reflect some of that light back. So it comes in, bounces off the polystyrene, and a bit of it hits this side, so I look less unevenly lit. And it makes it look a little bit more professional. So again, you can do better with proper lighting and diffusers and that sort of thing. But again, didn't have the space or the money for that, so doing things on a budget. Anyway, that's enough about the camera setup and everything. Let's talk about the product. So I've got it installed up there on the wall. As you can see, the same design I showed off earlier, slightly better lighting this time. But as it's on the wall, I can give you a quick demo. It's a little bit far away, but you'll have to wait for the Kickstarter video to see some nice up-close video shots of the product in use. But for the time being, I can show you a little bit about how it works and how easy it is to use. So what have we got here? So we've got a bit of paper, so you can put paper things under the discs like that. So it's like a notice board, holds it in place, but no need to stab through it with pins. So that's good for things that need to be posted, grandma's birthday card, or a form that you need to send off, or a bill or something like that. Or just quick reminders, so you can write "get milk" on a post-it and just pop it there for someone else who's heading out later on. So that's one use for the discs. We've got a few in here as well. So reading glasses, lots of people have that. I don't actually need reading glasses, so I had to buy a pair for this, but I managed to find a reasonable price pair. You can just pop them over the discs like that, so you can have them on 2, or you can have them over on the 1 like that. And they're not going anywhere because it's sort of hooked onto the back there. So that's one use for these discs as a hook. You can also hook things like cables over the top, earphones, necklaces, anything a bit long and stringy as well, you can hook over these discs. Because they're anchored at the back, so this whole bit acts like a hook. Car keys, everyone has keys. The best way to store keys in Geco Hub is to put the car key fob into Geco Hub like that. You can also put it in from the side, like so, or you can pop it on top as well, depending on what type of keys you've got. Wallet, again, lots of people have wallets or purses or card holders, money clips, that sort of thing. That just goes in like so. You can push it in that way, you can push it in horizontal, you name it. And then we've got our phones here. So again, funny story. Well, I'll show you. So this phone's not mine, and it's not my wife's either. I obtained it in town, and no, I didn't steal it. I went to a phone repair shop and asked them if they had any broken phones. So although this looks fine, it's completely useless. It's a brick. They were going to get it recycled, and I convinced them to lend it to me for a couple of weeks. So I'm going to give it back to them in a week or so, and they're going to send it off to be recycled. But in the meantime, for photos and videos, it looks like a real phone that's just turned off. So when you're watching the Kickstarter video, that's a little secret that a lot of people won't know, is that it's not actually a real thing. That just goes like that. You can store it vertically as well. With more valuable things like this, you tend to put it above the bottom row, because this extra row acts as like a base to hold stuff down. You wouldn't, for example, put it like that, because it might slip out. So it's caught just enough, but really you want to put it like that. Or to be extra safe with things like phones, put it like that. Most people have their phones in a case, that's even better. They're really, really securely held in Geco Hub with a case. Like I said, vertical, horizontal. If you want to be creative, you can put it at an angle like that, it's entirely up to you. So, there you have it. That's a quick demo of Geco Hub in action. More to come. So I'll share some more stuff about what I've been doing with photos and videos over the last couple of days. I'm quite tired and I'm quite hot now. It's really warm today. It's about 40 degrees outside, and because of the noise, or because of not wanting the noise, I've had to have the aircon off the whole time I've been videoing, so it's pretty warm in here. I turn it on when I can, but yeah. That's, I think, everything I wanted to go over for now. We're getting really close to a date. Okay, so we've got the photos and the videos starting to come together. The prototypes are here, we've got 2 of them. They work, like, amazing, exactly how I wanted them to. So we're thinking we're going to be announcing a date very soon. It's not going to be months and months from now. It's not going to be next week, but it's coming up. It's coming up. So keep an eye on our social media, and we'll be announcing a launch date soon. So that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you found this interesting, useful, educational, or exciting to learn a little bit more about Geco Hub. One of the above. So yeah, and I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.